Where do I see?
Good afternoon once again. You're welcome now to our brief interview. And this afternoon we are very honored to have the Managing Director, Airtel Uganda, and that is Mr. V.G Somasekhar. Somasekhar.
You got that.
Beautiful. You're most welcome, sir.
Thank you, Michael.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon as well, and good afternoon to the viewers of UBC.
Okay, you have an opportunity now to share with the public about your work as Airtel and the plans that you have. First of all, how would you describe the business in Uganda?
I think the business in Uganda is one of what you call a growing business.
Okay.
Uganda is one of the better economies in East Africa and Africa.
Where do you base that? Where do you best to say that we have the best among the better economies in East Africa?
Okay, I think we all know Uganda is a growing economy. It grows at 6% plus. I think on every parameter in terms of roads, electricity, infrastructure, telecommunication, power generation.
Yes.
I think on many things we have seen Uganda is on the rise. So I think we generally have a positive view that Uganda provides a great economy, an economy which is backed by strong policies and programs and projects. So we truly believe as an investor in this country, I think this is a country for long-term investors.
Okay.
If you come and make long-term investment, it's a conducive environment for real investors to come into the country, really build the infrastructure. And it's a growing, I mean, the population is one of the fastest growing population in the world. What it's adding almost 1 million Ugandans every year. So if you look at demographics, if you look at the way the country is very stable, peaceful, policies are there conducive for investors to come in, I would really say Uganda.
No. You're believable. Being an investor of this level, you're very, very believable. You are an authority. Now, you have now metamorphosed to entirely Airtel, nothing to do with Worried. Am I right to believe that way?
Oh, that is right. I think Airtel acquired Worried back in 2013. I think in 2013, Airtel acquired Worried and merged it with Airtel. I think since then, Airtel has been growing in scale, in size, in network, in customers. I think just to put it in perspective, today Airtel has over 10 million customers. I think we have a network which spans the length and breadth of the country. And I think early January 2018, we made this network 100% 4G. So I think today Airtel is a strong brand, a well-connected brand in this country.
Okay. You moved to 4G. And everybody expected a very strong kind of network. In the first place, what next that we are now 4G? We have your 4G technology, we have your 4G network. What next after going 4G?
I think, Michael, that's a very good question. Now let's understand telecommunication from a industry and technology standpoint. I think the mobile telecommunication industry in Uganda, in Africa, across the world, started from voice, what we call as mobile telephony, which is referred as 2G technology.
Only.
So this 2G technology was extremely successful. That's why millions and millions of people across the world have access to a phone today. If you had waited for the fixed line phone, millions of people would not have been connected. Thanks to this technology today, across the world, millions and billions are connected on mobile telephony, that is 2G. But the 2G had very limited, very limited data. So even if you do manage to get some data access, it's going to be very slow speed, the experience is small or very limited. Advent of 3G brought better speeds on mobile telephony. Advent of 3G became mobile broadband, where customers can say, hey, I'm getting decent internet, I'm able to do my work on my laptop or on my phone. But the real mobile data and the full speeds came in with the advent of 4G. So mobile telephony has evolved from 2G, 3G to 4G. What Airtel has done in Uganda, Airtel has made 100% of our sites, 100% of our network on 4G. So wherever you go in Uganda, you get all the three technologies depending on the phone you use. So if you have a 4G phone and you go across the country, you will get a 4G network across. So what did we do? I think early January, and I think it's been since then well reported and well recognized that today Uganda is among the few countries in Africa and even in many other parts of the world to have 100% 4G across its network. So that is the milestone we achieved in January. Now your question is, what have we done since then?
Yes.
I think it's like 6 months.
Was that all? Or are there other steps, 5G?
Absolutely.
If any.
No, I think what we did in January was to bring 100% 4G across. Now, in the month of June, July, we have taken further investment on our 4G network. We have further modernized using enhanced technologies. Now, let me explain this.
Yes.
I think there are 4 investments or initiatives we have taken on the 4G network. I think the first time in Uganda we've introduced what we call as 4x4 MIMO.
4x4
MIMO.
What is that?
Very simple language. It is 4 channels. Instead of 1 channel of communication between the BTS or the tower to the phone, which is what earlier technologies gave, today it allows 4 channels of communication from the site to the phone.
What are those channels?
Those are communication channels. I think it's an antenna technology, 4x4. What does MIMO stand for? MIMO is maximum input, maximum output.
Okay.
So it just brings excellent power, excellent speed into the communication thing. So what we have done by introducing 4x4 MIMO, we have further enhanced 4G capacity and 4G speeds using this technology. So that is the first thing we have done. Second, we have done what we call as carrier aggregation. In mobile telecommunication, you basically use several carriers to connect to the customer and give internet bandwidth or voice. Particularly on internet, I think we use several bands of spectrum on which we use, but the capacities you get are only limited to that. What does carrier aggregation does? It aggregates all the capacity. It consolidates all the capacity. Now the consumer is able to get superior bandwidth and speeds. So the first thing we did is at once. So first is 4x4 MIMO. Second is carrier aggregation. The third, which is another important way, you know, the raw material for telecommunication, particularly mobile, is spectrum. The spectrum which we get is a national resource and we use it to bring coverage and connectivity to the country. What we have done in terms of spectrum reforming, that is the third initiative we have done. Spectrum reforming ensures that the available spectrum with Airtel is balanced or optimized between voice and data as internet. So we have taken these 3 initiatives as what we call as wave 2. Wave 1 was to make Uganda 100% 4G. Wave 2 is to further improve, enhance the technology using these tools and techniques, which is 4x4 MIMO, carrier aggregation, and spectrum reforming. In simple words, what this means is you will get better data speeds and superior experience across the network.
Okay, before you preempt my question, I will still bring it. Are you taking on the modernization just because there are complaints of the speed even when you talk of 4G? Because there are complaints of a low speed of data, if not all over Uganda, but in a number of areas.
Sure.
So are you modernizing to solve this speed? Or one would think actually, aren't you biting more than what you can chew? Because before you enhance the 4G, why are you taking a new speed?
Okay, I think let's put it this way. In very, very simple layman words, 2G is Maram Road.
Yes.
3G is tarmac road. 4G is a 4-lane super highway. What we have done today in Uganda is to make this 4-lane available across the country.
Yes.
But when you make 4-way, you still have, there are junctions where the traffic aggregates and it slows down the traffic. So if you want to cross Jinja Road, you know there's a circle there and it stops there. Now we have virtually built the flyover on top of it. All the new technologies, what we have done is riding on the 4G technology. On the 4G technology, we are further ensuring wherever we can further increase capacity, further improve speeds, we have done that. Obviously, this decision was taken not today, but about 6 months back. Where any investment you make in telecom runs into several $1 million, it takes several months, bring in new technology, import these equipments into the country. It
can't be instant.
It can't be instant. It's not something which you do like you think about it today and do it tomorrow.
Definitely.
So this was planned. Yeah, this was planned.
Yes.
Which is why I use the word wave 1 and wave 2. Wave 1 was to pave the road. Wave 2 is to ensure you further improve it. That is what we have done today.
Okay.
Now let's ask one straight question or give a straight answer. How do I get the best speeds? Often consumers ask this question saying, hey, why am I not getting the best speeds? I would request there are 4 things which the consumer needs to do. Do you have a 4G phone? Please upgrade to a 4G phone. If you have a 2G phone or a 3G phone, definitely, even if our network is 4G,
it will limit you from getting there, accessing the services. Yes.
Second, you need to have a 4G SIM card. If your phone is 4G and for some reason your SIM card is still of the older technology, which is why we are encouraging our customers to take 4G SIM card. Third,
Mr. MD, at that very point, before we wind up as they're telling me time is up, there are areas in Uganda with complaints, like I said, that even with 4G SIM card and phone, still the 4G speed of data is a bit low.
Michael,
what kind of remedy do you have for that as Airtel?
The remedy is we are continuously investing. I think this investment is about $50 million. Overall, our investment is $850 million.
Have you received the complaint anyway?
We are a consumer company. We are connected with our consumers.
Okay.
We continuously listen to our consumers. It is that led us to do this, what you call investment ahead of time. Let's be clear. Out of our 10 million customers, only 25% have smartphone. Out of those, the number of people who have 4G smartphone, I think it's like 6 or 7%.
Wow.
So what we believe is truly, we have taken Uganda to a new height in terms of investing new technology
and it calls
and
for
making
a lot from
this.
your side.
That is right.
Okay.
Now, I just want to complete this. 4G phone, 4G SIM card, enable 4G on your phone menu, and last but not the least, put the SIM card in SIM slot 1. If these 4 are met, you're likely to get the best experience for which we made the investment.
Okay.
That is the
As we
key.
wind up, we want this make your charges a bit higher. We want it make your services expensive for me, a poor consumer that would love to enjoy all this.
The answer is no. I think our pricing is agnostic to any technological changes. The way we have always priced it is, we have priced it to ensure that it is an affordable product, while we keep improving and enhancing on technology. Just to close on the pricing, today a 30,000 shilling per month gets you 9 GB, so cost per GB is like 3,300. We have now broken the barrier of 1 GB less than $1. So today Ugandans are enjoying the most affordable mobile data across East Africa.
Just give me your closing remark for Ugandan watching you as we wind up.
I can only say thank you very much. I think the confidence and the trust you have posed on us has led us to make this investment continuously. I think today we have the best equipment technology in Uganda. And Michael, just as I had mentioned, while we invest on technology, we have also kept our pricing very affordable. So I think today we are talking about cost of data less than 1 GB, $1. Wherever you think we need to further improve, feel free to contact us. We are a very consumer-centric company. We'll be more than happy to take your feedback and make continuous improvement.
Thank you so much, sir. His name is Mr. V.G Somasekhar, the Managing Director, Airtel Uganda. He says the betterment of their services will not make them any expensive. And probably that's what me, a consumer, would love to hear. Michael Jordan Lukomwa is my name. I wish you the best of the afternoon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Sayo most welcome. Thank you.